series really falls into the category of historical fiction. And when you look at history on television, there's really sort of three major categories. There's documentaries, where the standard is historical accuracy. There's historical fiction, where the standard is authenticity. And then there's historical drama, where the standard is really atmosphere. So the standard for historical fiction is authenticity. Are the events that are depicted credible? Could they have taken place even if they did not? The historical fiction needs to be rooted in serious research. It needs to present fair portraits of characters and accurate portraits of the events that took place. But with historical fiction, you also have the power of creative invention. You have the ability to use creative license to embellish events in order to dramatize historical moments, in order to reach people, to touch their imaginations, their hearts, as well as their heads. In some ways, historical fiction is much more challenging than regular history, because in order to do historical fiction, you have to do so much research. You have to understand someone's personality, you have to understand what the position is, you have to understand the way they speak. And then you have to create a discussion that did not take place, but which very well could have taken place.
The program is clear. It reads total separation, total segregation.
And in doing so, you create a sense of drama that oftentimes is missing from traditional history. I think most historians accept the techniques used in historical fiction. You know, there's the old parable, if you give someone a fish, they eat for a day. If you teach them to fish, they eat for a lifetime. I think it's the same with history. You can give people facts and information about a particular event, which they usually forget in a short period of time. But if you can ignite their imagination, develop a curiosity about the past, then they will study history and be interested in history for a lifetime. As a teacher, I want to use every device possible that I can use to try to excite my students, to get them interested in history, to sort of share my passion for history.
Into the...
I find historical fiction is probably the most valuable tool that I have available, because it allows you to transport them back to a moment in time and put themselves in the place of these characters. So they can think, what would I have done? What would I have said? What decisions would I have made? It makes history real and it makes it relevant. And as a teacher, you can't ask for anything more than that.
We shall never surrender.
The World Wars premieres 26th through 28th July, 10 p.m. on History.